A long time ago, when I was a salesman anyway, had a Mazda 2 as my company car, and I looked at the boss who had a CX-5 and thought, I don't want this. I want that one. Well, at least until I drove it anyway. It was one of the cheapest cars to run, one of the best handling, and one of the most well-spec'd, especially for under 18 grand. Honestly, sat-nav, Bluetooth, cruise control, climate control, auto lights and wipers, one of the best spec cars I've ever driven. Over the years, the car's been updated, and now this is the latest one, the 2023 version. So let's see what goodies it has inside. First things first, I apologise if you can hear some whirring in the background. It is 1 billion degrees today and we have the aircon on, so that's the thing. Mazda really do like pumping as many things into the car as possible, and they haven't skimped out at all, which is great. The car still has a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder 1.5 litre engine, and that's no matter which car you buy. There are several power options, but you always get that nice 1.5 litre. The fact that Mazda don't put the turbo in the car at all is actually quite a good thing. It should mean better real-world economy, and much more importantly, some superb reliability. My dad has a Bosch drill. He bought it 30 years ago. Really simple, plugs into the wall, can drill through literally anything. And still, whenever I need to do anything at home, it's all reliable and always there. I feel in 30 years' time, that's what this car's going to be. Of course, the fact that there's no turbo spinning around inside makes the car inherently more reliable from the get-go. It also means there's less maintenance costs, and it also means the car is lighter. So overall, quite a good thing. Just means that you have to drive it with a bit more pizzazz. This isn't new for any of Mazda's cars though. None of them have turbochargers, but also none of them weigh 1,100 kilos curb weight. And don't think that means that they have sacrificed on safety by outing all the metal in the car. It's still a 4-star safety rating even with the new tougher safety regulations. In fact, it's one of the safest combat cars on the road. I mentioned fuel economy in that little section. There's obviously several different cars, and depending on which car it's different, but the average is around 58 miles to the gallon. 58! Also, depending on the specification, it can have a mild hybrid system. And in fact, the car's actually got 3.5 stars from Green NCAP, which is an independent body used to verify the greenness of a car. And in fact, on that scale, only full battery EVs and some full hybrids actually get higher on the scale than that. This makes it the greenest car that doesn't use massive batteries. And I like that a lot. You also get Mazda's superb manual transmission. And anybody who's ever driven a manual transmission from Mazda is currently rubbing their hands together going, yes, this is good. But don't worry, my auto friends, because you get a hybrid-style automatic for those models. That automatic features the best attributes of a CVT, a dual clutch, and a traditional automatic torque converter transmission. It's reliable, it's smooth, and you're not playing a game of chess waiting for the car to make its next move between changes. The interior has seen upgrades too. You still get the same shaped seats, you still get the same general dash layout, but with material changes here and there. The seats are particularly good. They were designed by back specialists, and they sit in line with the pedals and the steering wheel. This means that on longer journeys you have less restricted blood flow, which makes you less tired and much more fresh when you get out of the car. But let's get over to some of the specifications then, as the specifications have changed a little bit. Don't let the basic entry-level model, don't let that put you off. It's got an incredible amount of equipment on it. You get 15-inch alloy wheels and heated folding power door mirrors. You get auto lights and auto wipers as standard too. You've got rear parking sensors as standard on the car, split folding rear seat. You get a leather wheel, gear knob and handbrake, so everything feels quality. Whereas the previous entry-level Mazda 2 only had 4 speakers, this one has 6. It has Bluetooth and an upgraded 8-inch colored touchscreen display. And in fact, I have no way of confirming this, but I am 99.9% sure the resolution has increased because I can no longer see the pixels. You get 3 free years of sat-nav updates, and of course it has sat-nav as standard. Wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay 2. An auto-dipping rear view mirror, that used to only be standard on the top of the range one. Climate control, aircon, hill hold assist, hill launch assist, and cruise control on a car under 18 grand. Nice. So the base 75 PS central line, which costs just over £17,700, has more specification and is cheaper than my old demonstrator Sport Nav. Quite a leap, but it can be made slightly better by buying the 90 PS version. For only £900 more, you get, obviously, that 15 PS. You get a mild hybrid system that's used for things like initial inertia. Running some of the electrics in the car can help out with smoother gear changes as well. And it frees up the engine so that all it really has to do is drive the wheels. But as a cherry on top, you get more safety features too. You get advanced smart city braking, and you get lane keep assist with lane departure warning as well. And if you're enjoying the video thus far, make sure you leave a like for us. It helps us out massively. You can subscribe, it's free, and you can unsubscribe at any time for free as well. So thank you very much for liking the video and subscribing. But then we get the exclusive line, which is what you're in today. You get some different aero on that bad boy. You also get 16-inch alloy wheels. You get rear privacy glass at the back. You get Mazda's signature daytime LED running lights. You also get paddles for the automatic shifter. You get a nice reversing camera, which is good on a car that's still under 20 grand. And of course, you get smart keyless entry as well. And as mentioned, the car starts from £19,515 from the time of filming, which goes for the same of all the prices told today. Then there's a split in the model range, and this comes from the central line over to the next model, which is the Homura. So the Homura and the exclusive line are kind of parallel but have different attributes. The Homura is actually cheaper than the exclusive line, but adds similar features, but different ones at the same time. For example, the rear camera is still present on the Homura, but you'll get black alloys, black wing mirrors, a black shark fin antenna on the roof. You get a signature honeycomb grille. And there are more specs here and there, but basically it's sort of the more fancier looking version of the car. So if you don't need all of that extra spec, but you just want your car to look the biz, that's the one to go for. The price for the Homura starts from £18,975 at the time of filming. And then we finally get to the ultimate Mazda 2, the Homura Aka, or Aka, or something along those lines. For that, you get machined 16-inch black metallic alloy wheels. You get a chrome exhaust trim, rear privacy glass, signature LED daytime running lights, a black film roof for the interior. You get half black leather, half cloth seats as well. And they have nice red accents around the outside too. You get heated front seats and a heated leather wrapped steering wheel as well. You of course get the M hybrid system other than on the automatic models, and you have smart keyless entry as standard too. And all of that starts from £20,515. But it's not over yet, because if you speak in hushed voices to the salesman and you want a sort of semi-hot hatch version of the car, you can get one of those. The final lineup is the 115 Homura Aka, which has 115 PS, making it a mini hot hatch of sorts. That will add front sensors, a head-up display, a full 360-degree reversing camera, and fully adaptive LED lights that will dip when oncoming traffic is on the way. You also get rear smart city brake support and blind spot monitoring as well. That one starts from £22,985. And if you're looking for a car with pretty much all of the toys as a mid to top of the range Mazda 3, but don't need the size, that would be the one I'd go for. The Mazda 2 colors are massively as ever, well, massive. Pretty much every color in the Mazda range is available, including this rather beautiful Airstream blue color. The one we're in today is machine grey, and still looks rather lovely, I must say. All Mazda 2s also have a similarly sized boot, which, as you can see, fits a mat in perfectly well with no problems whatsoever. And I guess it's time to talk about the Mazda's party piece, because it's not the specification or the MPG, it's the way the car drives. The Mazda 2 has always been a phenomenal driving car, and this one is no exception. For a start, the turning circle is hilariously good. I can just turn around anywhere I want to. Bye. Then you've got Mazda's seating position, steering wheel, and of course the gearbox. The gearbox is so crisp. Best way I can describe it is if you built an intricate Lego model with all of those Technic cogs coming together, and as you change, you feel that seamless, beautiful. The clutch isn't overly heavy either. It's light enough that it's not going to ruin your knee, but heavy enough to make you know that you're definitely still part of the machine. And then of course you get to the handling. While it isn't the most sprightly car ever, the handling more than makes up for it. It's fantastic. Take this roundabout up in front of us, for example. Change straight into third. We're gonna go in way too wide, but the car just keeps you nice and flat all the way around. You all right, cameraman?
Yeah.
No, the car keeps you beautifully flat, and the seats as well keep you bolstered in. So if you ever have to do an emergency maneuver in the middle of the road, you know that you're not going to be thrown about like you're being shaken inside a child's rattle toy. And while, because the car hasn't got a turbo, it's more linear acceleration, that just gives you an excuse to plant your foot into the floor and revel in the fact that you're not actually using any extra fuel, to be honest, compared to a turbocharged car. Go into first and then just rev. And you can keep your foot in it the whole time. It's not my birthday, but let's treat ourselves. It all comes together rather beautifully. So to summarize, it's still fun to drive, it's still reliable, it's still well priced, it's still got loads of specification. And if you want more, don't forget to just give us a ring and you can drive it yourself. If you want to see a video on the previous Mazda 2 or the Mazda 2 Hybrid, you can click on screen now. Obviously, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, it helps us out massively, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.